Gaura Chandra bole Kota nidra jao maya pisachira kole Kota nidra jao maya Jiv jago, jiv jago, Gaura Chandra bole. Kota nidra jao maya pisachira kole Kota nidra jao maya pisachira kole Baji bobo लीजा ऐसे संसारा बीता रे भूली जा रहिले तुम्हें avidyara pare tomare lohite ami hoinu avatara tomare lo hoinu avatara ami bina bandhuhara ke ache tomara ke ache tomara enechi shadi maya nasibaro lagi enechi sadimaya nasibaro lagi nasibaro lagi harinama mahamantra lao tumi agi harinama mahamantra harinama mahamantra lao tumi agi harinama mahamantra bhakti vino Prabhu Charane Pariya Se Hari Nama Mantra Loi Loma Giya Se Hari Nama Mantra Jeev Jago Gaura Chandra Bole Jeev Jago Kota Nidra Jao Maya Pisachira Kole Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Gauranga Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, oh Hare Hare. Jayo Gauranitai, 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 Gauranitai. Jayo Gauranitai, 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 oh Jayo Gauranitai. Jai Gaura Haribo, 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 Lo Gaura Haribo, Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Lo Gaura Haribo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sisi Gaur Nitai ki jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi, Hari 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 Bol. So we're going to read about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from the pen of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. These are some songs that we find in a group of poems that are called Gitavali. So we're going to read the first part of this song, which we didn't sing. We just sang the second part. This song is This song is a song that needs to be sung at dawn, I mean, when the sun is rising. I'm just going to read the translation. Anyway, just the first line. Udilo aruna purava vaje, dui jamani gaura amani jage, bagata samu halo iye sate, gela nagara braje. When the eastern horizon became tinged with the redness that heralds the rising of the sunrise, the jewel amongst the Brahmanas, Lord Gaura Sunda, immediately awakened. Taking his devotees with him, he journeyed through the towns and villages of Nadia. Since you have Gaurnitai deities, my humble suggestion is that at least once a week, you read some Chaitanya Charitamrita. In 89, I think, there was a resolution in the GBC that some days there should be Chaitanya Charitamrita classes. It's a resolution there because it is concluded that we need to become more aware of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood like that. Let's continue. The mirdangas resounded, tatai, tatai. You know when you play, you got mantras, right? You know the mantras when you play the mirdanga? Huh? You know? Teginakita, what's that? You know? What's the mantra? What is it? Taketaka, like that, you know. So, they say that the mirdanga talked. Tatai, tatai. They talk. And when you have expert Mirdanga players, especially you see in Mayapur, they can do like as if they are talking. Taka, tak, taka, tak, tak. And they talk like that. So the Mirdangas resounded, tatai, tatai. And the Jayas, you know the Jayas? The Wampers. Wampers, how do you call them? Huh? And the Jayas, large metal cartels that look like small cymbals, but they are big. His name is Jayapataka Maharaj. I don't know if you saw before 2008, we used to have these huge wampers, and we used to carry them around everywhere, so heavy. And he would play them like that. In that kirtan, play in time, Lord Gauranga's golden form slightly trembled in ecstasy, in ecstatic love of God. And his foot veils jingle. Now let's remember one thing. This is sunrise, right? Like everybody wakes up with alarm clock, or sometimes rooster. What do you call rooster? No? You know, like that, no? But Lord Chaitanya, what he will do, he will get everybody on Harinam. At what time is sunrise here? 6 o'clock. So at that time, Lord Chaitanya will take everybody, and they will go and wake up everyone in the neighborhood. We may not be very popular if we do that. So Lord Chaitanya is taking all his devotees, and they are singing in Navadvip. Lord Chaitanya, he calls out to the townsfolk, to the people of the town. He says, you spend your nights uselessly sleeping and your days decorating your bodies. Now just fill your mouths with the holy names, Mukunda, Madhava, Jadava, Hari, chanting without offense. You have achieved the rare human body. This is Lord Chaitanya talking, 6 in the morning, bhagavatam class. Don't you care for this gift? You have a human body. You don't care for this gift? If you do not worship the darling of Mother Yasoda, now great sorrow, means suffering, awaits you at the time of your death. He keeps on. With every rising and setting of the sun, a day passes and is lost. When then do you remain idle and not serve the Lord of the heart? You should understand this essential fact. Life is temporary and filled with various kinds of miseries. Therefore, carefully take shelter of the holy name and remain always engaged in his service as your eternal occupation, desiring to bless all living entities. The sweet name of Krishna has descended to this material universe and shines like the sun in the sky of the heart, destroying the darkness of ignorance. This is the last verse, and this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur talking. He says, drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna, and thus satisfy the soul of Bhaktivinoda. There is nothing except the holy name within all the 14 worlds. In Vedic astronomy, the planetary systems are divided into 14. Right? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the only useful thing in these 14 planetary systems is the holy name of Krishna. Part number 2. Lord Gauranga is calling. Wake up, sleeping souls. Wake up, sleeping souls. You have slept so long on the lap of the witch, Maya. How do you say witch in Tamil? Sunya? Kari. Kari. Pisachira in Bengali. Pisachira means witch. You came into this world of birth and death, saying, "Oh, my Lord, I will certainly worship you." But you have forgotten this promise and remain in great ignorance. I have descended just to save you, says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Except for me, who else is your friend? This is very nice. Ami bina bandhu. How do you say friend in Tamil? Huh? Nan bam. Ban. So in Bengali they say bandhu. Bandhu. Bandhu means friend. Ami bina bandhu. Apart from me, who's your friend? Are, kya ache tomar? Who do you have? Who's your true friend? Huh? Except for me, who else is your friend? Number 4. I have brought the medicine for destroying the illusion of Maya. You know, we take medicine, right? You know how medicine, it is said in Sanskrit or in Bengali? Aushadi. You say Aushadi also in Tamil? No? No? Nobody understand Aushadi? In Hindi, Malayalam, Aushadi. Aushadi Maya. Can I have some Aushadi Maya? Medicine for Maya. I have brought the medicine for destroying the illusion of Maya. What is that medicine? Harinama Mahamantra. Lao Tumi Magi. Now take it. Don't only keep it there. I bought medicine. I have some medicine in my desk. I have to take it. The doctor told me, don't just buy it. Take it. Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya. Say Harinama Mantra. Loilo Magiya. Again. Thakur Bhakti Vinod fell at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga. And after begging for the holy name, he received the Mahamantra. Japataka Maharaj always says, all what you need to do, all what we need to do, is just to ask. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he asked, and then he got. So it's very nice, especially here, that you have Gornitai, beautiful Gornitai. It's good that maybe once a week or on Ekadasis or some day, you read some Chaitanya Charitamrita, some Lila. Okay, so text number 71. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto. What's the title of 4th canto? The creation of the 4th order. We have been repeating this, so you have to remember. The creation of the 4th order. 4th canto, 4th order. Easy. In chapter 29, what's the title? Don't read it. What's the title? Chapter 29, we have been reading. Don't read it, don't read it. Don't read it. Let somebody else think. What's the title? Talks between 2 people. Narada Muni and Prachinavari. Prachinavari. So remember, in Bhagavatam there are many talks, many conversations. So this is one of them. Narada Muni talks to the king, Prachinavari. Okay? So we're here. Text 71, sorry. Shupti Murcho Patapeshu Pranayana Pigatataha. Oh, that's wrong. It's Pranayana, no Jama. Can you correct that? It's there. Pranayana, no Pranayama. Pranayana, right? Okay, let's go again. Pranayana vigatataha nehate ham iti jnanam. Hey, hey. Nehate ham iti jnanam mrityu prajwarajorapi supti murchopaptapeshu pranayana vigatataha nehate ham iti jnanam mrityu prajwarayor api. Prabhus. Martins? Shukti, in deep sleep, murcha, fainting, upatapeshu, or in great shock, prana ayana, of the movement of the life air, vibhagatata, from prevention, na, not, ihate, thinks of, aham, I, iti, thus, jnanam, knowledge, mrityu, while dying, prajwarayo, or during high fever, api, also. Translation: when the living entity is in deep sleep, when he faints, when there is some great shock on account, arrested, means stopped. At that time, the living entity loses knowledge of identifying the body with the self. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Foolish people deny the existence of the soul, but it is a fact that when we sleep, please pay attention, we forget the identity of the material body. Huh? When we sleep, we forget the identity of the material body. And when we awake, we forget the identity of the subtle body. Would you agree? When we sleep, we forget the identity of the which body? Material body. And when we awake, we forget the identity of the subtle body. Pay attention, because Prabhupada is making some points here. In other words, while sleeping, we forget the activities of the gross body. When we sleep, we forget the activities of the gross body. Why? Because the body is not doing anything. Right? You're not dreaming, oh, I'm sleeping here. No. You forget. Cross bodies, switch off. Switch off. And when active in the gross body, that means when you're awake, we forget the activities of sleeping. Sometimes you remember when you dream, sometimes. But most of the time you just wake up and you carry on doing. You start thinking, oh, I was sleeping so nice. And you meditate there for half an hour. No, you just carry on. Prabhupada continues. Actually, both states, sleeping and waking, are creations of the illusory energy. The living entity actually has no connection with either the activities of sleep or the activities of the so-called wakened state. So whether you are sleeping or we are awake, we have nothing to do with either. It's very philosophical. You have to be awake. When a person is in deep sleep or when he has fainted, he forgets his gross body. Similarly, under chloroform, you know chloroform? You know? Huh? It's anesthesia. Under chloroform or some other anesthetic, the living entity forgets his gross body and does not feel pain or pleasure during a surgical operation. Have you been operated? No? But you go to the dentist and then they put the injection, you don't feel. That's anesthetic. They pull like that. You don't feel. A little bit. At the time of death, when the temperature of the body rises to 107 degrees. How many degrees? Just one less than 108. 107 degrees. The living entity falls into a coma. What does that mean? Into a coma. That you don't have control anymore on your body. Your body is barely alive. At that time, you're not able to identify with your gross body. Huh? In such cases, the life air that moves within the body is choked up, and the living entity forgets his identification with the gross body. Because of our ignorance of the spiritual body, of which we have no experience, we do not know of the activities of the spiritual body. And in ignorance, we jump from one false platform to another. We act sometimes in relation to the gross body, and sometimes in relation to the subtle body. If by Krishna's grace we act in our spiritual body, we can transcend both the gross and the subtle bodies. In other words, we can gradually train ourselves to act in terms of the spiritual body. This is very interesting, very deep. How do you train to act in terms of the spiritual body? How do you do that? How do we do that? Think. We ask the question at the end. As stated in the Narada Pancharatra, Rishikena Rishikesha Shevanam Bhakti Uchate. Devotional service means engaging the spiritual body and the spiritual senses in the service of the Lord. When we are engaged in such activities, the actions and reactions of the gross and subtle bodies cease, meaning stops. Okay, so Prabhupada, today he woke up very philosophical. Very philosophical. If we miss one bit, you miss the train. The train is gone. So, what is Narada Muni and Prabhupada explaining here today? It is very philosophical. It's Monday morning. We have to be really awake. Okay. Narada Muni says that sometimes the living entity, meaning you and me, because of different circumstances, we lose knowledge of our identity. Do you agree? When are those times when you forget your gross body? One, when you are in deep sleep, you forget. You dream that you are some beautiful land. You dream that you are riding a super bike, or that you're flying sometimes, or that you're falling, or that you're drowning. Sometimes you dream like that. The dogs are chasing you. What sort of dreams do you have? Do you have any dreams? Too tired to dream. Do you remember your dreams? What sort of dreams? Ghosts. Hare Krishna. Choking you. Like that. Right? We have dreams. At that time, we forget our gross body. Right? We're only aware of our subtle body. Right? That's one. Another one, when you faint. Have you seen when people phew, like that, especially in big festivals, sometimes, boom, they just go. Also, sometimes when people lose a lot of blood in operation, then they lose a lot of blood and then they just go on to amnesia, like that. At the time of death, everything goes. What happens at the time of death? The temperature, fever rises very, very high. And you cannot think. Even when you have a lot of high fever, you cannot think. It's a headache. You don't want to think. Oh, you have exam tomorrow. Don't tell me. Oh, do you want to eat something? No, don't tell me anything. Don't talk to me. You're so disturbed, right? Because of high temperature. Have you experienced that? Sometimes, what is it? Malaria, dengue fever. I was having high fever in Malaysia. And the doctors were saying, oh, maybe dengue fever. You cannot think. So much heat in your body, in your mind, in your head. So at that time, the living entity loses knowledge of identifying the body with the self. Like that. Okay, so, anyway, this is quite deep. There are two aspects here. One aspect is the gross body, and the other aspect is the subtle body. And what is that subtle body? Krishna explains in chapter 7, Bhagavad Gita. What is that subtle body? It's intelligence, mind, and false ego. Intelligence, mind, and false ego. We become very aware of that. Okay, so that's point number 2. But there's a concluding point that Prabhupada is doing here, which is the lesson from Prabhupada today. What does Prabhupada say? That we need to engage our spiritual body. Can you see your spiritual body? Can you go to the mirror and see your spiritual body? You don't see. You see your gross, and you perceive your subtle. Your thinking, like that. That's subtle. And you see your gross. But spiritual, you don't see. So tell me, this is the question, so you will get awake. How do you train yourself to act in terms of the spiritual body? Huh? What do? You go to the gym and train. You buy some yoga cloth. You put a turban. What do you do to train your spiritual body? You know, you're all doing it, so you have to know. Huh? Chant. Engaging. How do you engage in Lord's service? Chanting, he said already, you cannot repeat. Reading. What else? Huh? Service. Right. What else? Suggestions? How do you engage your spiritual body? How do we engage our spiritual body? Huh? Yeah, okay. Somebody else? Yes, the same thing. You're repeating the same thing. At some point, everybody says the same thing. Huh? Huh? Thinking. Good point. That's a good point. Thinking. Thinking. That's a good point. You're all the time thinking. Subtle body thinks. So instead of thinking Maya, try to think Krishna. That's a good point. Anything else? Huh? Feeling. How do you feel for Krishna? Good. Okay, anything else? Opening the book. Like that. So, growth in subtle body. You know there is a famous sports brand. It's a famous sports brand. I don't want to make material advertisement, but I think it's good. A few of these. Some people say that some took from Prabhupada. One is called No Fear. Have you seen that? There's a brand, sports brand. It's called No Fear. You have seen? Not popular in India? No Fear. Like that. There's another one that has a slogan. You should know this, especially the youngsters. Just do it. What's that brand? Huh? Nike. Huh? You know that one, huh? Just do it. Don't think, oh, I feel like doing it. No, I don't feel like doing it. I am inspired to sweep the floor. I am inspired to chant. No, I'm not so inspired to read. Shut up. Don't think. Just do it. Like that. So this is our training. Remember when you used to do some sports when you were in your school days? And you were in the team for running or cricket. Cricket, it's big here, no? Cricket, soccer, I don't know. Football. In order for you to play, you had to go training. Remember? And you had to go early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and practice and train. Sometimes you don't feel like, right? You don't feel like waking up early and going. But you just do it. And then you get better at it. Like I was asking Prabhu, where did he learn how to cook? He said, here only. So such a good cook. Every day, such big feast here. You know, amazing. Why? Because he's doing it every day. I'm sure, maybe, that some days you don't feel like cooking. I have to cook again, get all those huge pots and cooking. I'm lazy. I don't cook. I like to read. I like to do things. But if you do it every day, you become good at it, isn't it? Even Prabhupada used to say that in the beginning he wasn't good at speaking. He said, in the beginning I wasn't too good. But then I practiced and practiced and practiced, and then he became good. Chanting, playing instruments. You practice, right? And then you become good, right? How many years it's taken you to become a good Mirdanga player? 2 years only. Look, so good. You're also a good singer. You practice. So in the same way, Prabhupada says, we practice to use our spiritual body. Huh? This morning, because I'm taking medicines, I was chanting my rounds. And then early in the morning, I like to study a little. But then I thought, if I study, I fall asleep. So let me go to the program. So I came down, and I was feeling a little something. So then I thought, let me do something. Okay, generally I stay at the back, and you do all the work. You chant, you clean, you do puja, you do everything. I just stay at the back. Then I thought, okay, let me do some puja. So I did some Prabhupada Guru Puja, right? And then still I was feeling a little restless. And then while Prabhus were singing, and I thought, let me write the verse, because it's written in Tamil. Tamil, no? Yeah? So I wrote. Then I'm just writing. So I'm just training my spiritual body. Just do it. Just do it. So, doing puja, writing the verse, bhagavatam verse. I'm practicing my spiritual body. Maybe I don't feel like doing it, but just do it. That's training. And one day, you like it. One day you like to cook. Oh, today I'm going to cook a big feast for Krishna. Oh, today we're going to go on Harinam. Big Harinam program. And I have the opportunity to play the Mirdanga. It's a big program. 2,000 people are going to come. And we have the chance to preach to so many people. Like that. So we are ready. We're ready. Because we have been training. Like now I notice in India, if you go to the main road in the morning, people are walking. A lot of people in India, I notice. Before, people used to do meditation, yoga. Now everybody's jogging. Not yoga, it's jogging. Right? They walk, they put the pajamas and they walk. They go to the park, see? And then they walk. Sometimes I see also in the roofs, people are walking in the morning. I notice. Exercise. Like that. What are they walking for? I don't know. So, devotee, he practiced. I don't feel like chanting, but let me chant. Right? Sometimes the mind is like, so distracted. Oh, let me read. Let me watch some on my phone. Let me space out and look everywhere. But you say, no, let me chant. And you sit and chant. And then you become better at it. Isn't it? Let me read. Every day we should read. Prabhupada says 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. I feel a little sleepy, but let me open and look for something new. Prabhupada says, yesterday I was reading. He said, every time I open my books, I find something new. Every time. Who wrote these books? Prabhupada, right? It's like Prabhu is cooking. And then he thinks, oh, let me see what I cooked today. Of course he knows what he cooked. But because Prabhupada, he said, Krishna dictated every word. So he opens the books and he thinks, oh, what Krishna dictated today? Let me see. Very interesting. So every day, when we open Prabhupada's books, we find something new. This is so interesting. Sleeping, dying, subtle body, gross body, spiritual body. We learn about 3 bodies today. Gross, subtle, and spiritual. what happened with the gross? When you're dying, when you're in deep sleep, when you faint, when you have a big accident or a shock or a loss of blood, what happened? You lose consciousness. You become unconscious. Have you seen when people are unconscious? And then they heat or something, and then make a space, the person is there, gone. Not dead, but, right? Separated. In the same way, our subtle body, it becomes very active when we dream, right? Even right now, your subtle body, I can tell you, for example, have you been to Mayapur? Everybody here has been to Mayapur? Who hasn't been to Mayapur? No Mayapur? Never been. You have been. Who has not been to Mayapur? You have not been to Mayapur? No. Okay. So if we start describing Mayapur, you have to take the train, 27 hours, and then get to the train station, and then go to Navadvip, and then you cross the river, the Ganga. Many people are there, and then you see beautiful TOVP temple and Prabhupada Samadhi, like a big cake, colorful, like that, light blue, beautiful, right? What happened? Your mind starts thinking, oh, let me go to Mayapur, like that. That's the mind, subtle. So you start thinking, like that. Maybe tonight you dream that you are in Mayapur, like that. The mind, the subtle body starts becoming active, like that. But how do we engage our spiritual body? How we engage? Devotional service. We just do it. Wake up and chant. Even if you wake up a little late, wake up and chant. Take a shower, chant. Minimum 4 rounds or 8 rounds. Don't break it. Just focus and chant. Chant attentively, and you will feel something. Right? You can go to the roof or you can go to the corner. Chant. And then you will feel, oh, something special. This is a spiritual body. And then when the time comes, you open one book or open the song book, and then you chant, and then you hear, and then you listen, and then you feel, oh, this is something. Because you see, Prabhupada says, we all are in Maya. You know, like from time to time you have a mosquito or a fly. Sure. If you're in India, generally it's somewhere there's mosquito or a fly. Sooner or later, isn't it? Right? So Maya is like that. We're chanting, all of a sudden, zzz, zzz, mosquito comes. Yes? And then fly, boom, stays there until you try to grab it. Then he goes. Maya is very expert. So we are here chanting Hare Krishna, serving Krishna, but the mind, the material mind comes. Come and enjoy. Think of Maya. Do some Maya activity. The fly and the mosquito. Either one bothering. And then you go and try to scare it away. But then what do you have to do at that time? Let me do some service. Let me go and chant with the devotees. Let me serve some prasadam. Let me read. Let me do something. Do something. Move your body. Move your body. Like that. In that way, we train our spiritual body. You know, like people go to the gym. I think I saw a gym nearby. I saw some photo. I don't know where it was. I saw some gym. Right? So what happens in the morning? People go there. They put their sleeveless shirt, right? And then they go early in the morning. And then they do the weights, right? You see that? In India now it's becoming very popular. Then everyone thinks, oh, I'm like a Bollywood star. Oh, I look so handsome. They all look in the mirrors. They have big mirrors there. So they are training their body to become stronger, fitter, faster. In the same way, the temple, it's meant to train our spiritual body. Here you become very strong spiritually. You wake up early, you come to the program, you do some service, and you become strong. Right? Just like the bodybuilder, he can lift big weight. He can lift because he's training. He's training for years. So in the same way, in a spiritual life, we need to practice. Maya is always there. Maya will always be there. Always. You think, oh, maybe after 2 years, no Maya. Maybe after 5 years, no Maya. Maybe after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. First initiation, second initiation, Vrindavan, Mayapur, Puri, all the festivals, Gaur Purnima, Kirtan Mela, everything. Still, the mosquito comes. The fly comes. Again and again and again. So what do you have to do? Keep doing it. Remember Nike? Just do it. Just do it. And if it gets too much, take lots of prasadam. Prabhupada used to say that. In the beginning, mine is too much, just take lots of prasadam. Do a lot of kirtan. Loud kirtan. Like that. Prabhupada gave different... Prabhupada said this is like a spiritual sandwich. In India, sandwich is not so popular. Here you have dosha, idli, other style. But in the West, sandwich is very important. Everybody goes to work or to school with sandwich. So what is that sandwich? You do service in the morning, you do service at night, and in between, you do chanting and hearing, like that. You have service. What is your service, Prabhu? You have service in the morning, you have service in the evening, and the sandwich heart, the core, it's your hearing and chanting. My 16 rounds, minimum. Even if it's not imperfect, even if the mind goes this way, that way, at least I'm chanting my rounds. At least I'm doing my service. So we try. We keep trying. We keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give up. 10, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. One day it will work. Prabhupada says, when we are engaged in such activities, meaning devotional service, the actions and reactions of the gross and subtle bodies cease. So that means one day the fan is going to stop. Prabhupada gives that example. That the fan is going and you disconnect the fan and the fan carries on for some time. But one day it will stop. The time when you least expect it. Then you think, oh, where is the fly? Where is the mosquito? No more mosquitoes. No more flies. No more Maya. It's gone. One day, they will disappear. Meantime, they keep coming. So we have to practice. We have to practice. This is our real state. Don't think, oh, I'm so exalted devotee. I'm experiencing Radha and Krishna. I have so much love, so much knowledge. I'm so special. I'm so spiritual. Don't think like that. I have seen many people thinking like that. Sometimes I have thought like that. And then, problem after problem. But if we think, Trinadapi Sunichena, everybody's better than me. This Prabhu is doing such a nice service. That Mata is doing such a nice service. Everybody's doing better service than me. I'm insignificant. Trinadapi Sunichena. Who speaks Bengali here? Anybody speaks Bengali? Niche. Niche means lower. Niche, if you go to Mayapur, Niche. Niche means down. Under. Piche means at the back. Su Niche. Su Niche means very low. Very low. Su Nichena. Huh? Amanina. Amana means what? Pride. Amanina. Mana means pride. Amanina. I don't want any praise. You know, amanina. Mana dena. Mana means respect. Mana dena. You are good. You are higher. You are exalted. You are great. Not me. Amanina. Mana dena. That's the real spiritual body. That's the real spiritual mind. Kirtaniya Sadahari. And then we can chant nicely like that. But if we start thinking, oh, I'm such a good cook. Oh, I'm such a good mirdanga player. Oh, I'm such a good manager or pujari or preacher or this, that. I'm such a good devotee. Nobody realizes, but I'm such a good devotee. Then our chanting is pointless, almost pointless. So we need to develop that mentality and just do it. I may like it, I may not like it, but I just do my service. Whatever my service is, let me do it. Even imperfectly, let me do it. Day after day, after day, after day, after day. Like that, forever. That's my duty. That's my offering. So, today Prabhupada woke up very philosophical. Gross body, subtle body, spiritual body. Narada Muni instructing whom? King Prachinavari. And the fourth canto it's called? The creation of the fourth order. Okay? So, today we sang some songs about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He made the process very simple. So we stop here. If there's any question, maybe one question or comment. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Pramanandi. Om Tat Sat.